We're just wrapping up the last couple of rounds of practice here for the two-wheel drive portion of the 2013 IFMAR World Championships at AMain Hobbies Silver Dollar RC Raceway. And a fast lap for the world's fastest drivers here is right around 30 seconds, which means they can complete about 2 full laps in just 1 minute. With that in mind, we asked the world's best drivers what they thought of the track, the car, and how their practice day went, and see how many questions we could ask them in 60 seconds. Here are some of the best interviews that we put together here on Monday, practice day at the World Championships. All right, Cody, we've gone through 3 rounds of two-wheel drive practice so far. What do you think of the track?
It's fun. There's a lot of grip, and I think it's throwing a mix into things with everybody and just doing little tweaks here and there, trying to get comfortable. And I think it's all about trying to get your car as easy as it is, or easy as you can get it to drive. And I think we've accomplished that so far, so we're just going to keep doing little things to try and make it a little bit better, but it's getting good.
We saw at the Nationals a lot of drivers were struggling to cope with the track conditions with all the grip from the sugar. So did getting a chance to run on this track a couple of times earlier this year help your setup chasing so far today? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, all the American guys have started to get a little bit faster on sugar the more races that we do. You know, we started at the Cactus with it, and then, I mean, 3 out of the last 4 electric races we've been to have been sugared tracks. So, yeah, I think we're all just kind of getting adapt to it and getting a little bit better at dealing with the conditions and stuff. So it's good.
Cool. Well, good luck, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
We've got AMain Hobbies team driver here, Brian Strange, one of the NorCal locals. You've had 3 runs of two-wheel drive practice so far. What do you think of the track?
The track is really good, considering the amount of rain that they've had. It's amazing that it's as together as it is right now. It's a lot of fun. It's very flowing. I really enjoy it. It's a little intimidating in some spots because you're going so fast, but I really like it.
Yeah, some of the jumps are, I mean, they're not huge, but the track's still kind of extreme.
Some of the jumps are pretty large especially for a two-wheel drive, and especially for how much speed we're carrying. So you can air it out really easily over some of these jumps where you don't really intend to air it out. So you got to be really careful.
How much experience do you have running on the sugar track like this? And
I have a few race days. Not a whole bunch, but this doesn't really feel like a typical sugar track. It doesn't seem to have the extreme grip a normal sugar track does.
Well, we look forward to seeing your progress throughout the weekend. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We're here with Kyosho team driver from Japan, Kohta Akimoto. Kohta, we ran 3 runs so far in two-wheel drive. What do you think of the track?
Yeah, track is very good condition and high traction is, but little bit steering feel is difficult. So high grip, high side. Yeah.
You don't run on high grip tracks like this back home, right?
Yeah, in Japan, track is sandy or wet traction. Is United States same condition is nothing.
And so, have you had to make a lot of changes to your car setup because the track conditions are so different?
Yeah, damper piston, shock piston, and ride height is everything changed. Yeah, car is feeling good, very good.
What do you think of the track layout itself? Is it kind of fun to drive on, or has it been hard to get used to?
Yeah. I use change the shock piston and yeah, wing and the body tires.
Well, you've been very fun to watch, and good luck this weekend.
Yes, thank you very much.
We got TLR team driver Cody Hollis here from Enid, Oklahoma. Cody, I believe this is your first World Championships, right?
Yeah, it's my first one. I'm having a great time so far.
What do you think of the track? I believe you were here at the Nationals, so you had a little bit of experience.
Yeah, I was here at the Nationals. Didn't go too well for me, but I think I've got it figured out now and good to go.
You have anywhere back home that's got this much grip, or at least somewhere you can practice and kind of get a feel for it?
No, not really. I mean, we have an indoor clay track, but nothing like this.
And what's your favorite section of the track? I mean, some of these jumps are pretty big, and a lot of the sections of the track are going really fast.
Yeah, my favorite sections are the tabletop triple right after the straightaway. You're just going so fast, it's fun.
It looks like a lot of the drivers are just kind of letting off as they go through the corner, and you're still carrying enough speed to jump it anyway.
Yep, you just kind of let off and let it jump and get back in the gas and triple.
Well, we look forward to seeing how you do in your first world title. Hopefully you can surprise a lot of these people.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you.
Thank you. We're here with Lee Martin. He's driving the mid-motor Tamiya buggy here, all the way from Britain. Lee, what do you think of the track so far?
Track's been really good so far. It's been really consistent. The grip stayed the same, and jumps are really good. It's really flowing. It's nice.
And you guys have a little bit more experience than the Americans running on high grip surfaces, but this track's pretty extreme this week.
Yeah, I mean, it handles a lot different to AstroTurf. Like AstroTurf, the whole track is kind of very similar. This, sometimes the car can break away, and sometimes it just grip rolls. So it's, you have to be on top of trying to catch anything that it does. So it's a little bit more random than AstroTurf, but it's way better to drive on.
And just in terms of the course itself, I mean, the surface is crazy, but there's some pretty extreme obstacles out there as well.
Yeah, there's nothing too crazy. I mean, everything flows really nice, and as long as you've got good throttle control, you can make exactly what you want to make and do what you want to do. So yeah, everything works really well. They've done a great job.
And how much of this has been changing your car setup, and how much is driving?
Yeah, initially you get used to the track, and then you try and tweak a car as much as you can, and now the car's pretty good, so hopefully I'm pretty good and we can work on that.
Cool, well, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
We're with Team Associated's Rick Hohwart, the man behind Reedy Power as well. Rick, you're racing this weekend, and what do you think of the track so far?
It's a lot of fun, challenging, nice and smooth, a lot of traction, and I'm getting around better than I expected, so I'm pretty happy.
A lot of the kids here especially, get a lot more chance to run on just all sorts of tracks, but just wheel time in general. So what's your goal going into a race like this? Just do the best you can and have fun?
Well, I take it more seriously than that, so when I come to any race, I expect to try to make the main, and I probably have a better chance in four-wheel than two-wheel, but as I'm running now, I don't consider it out of the question. I think I have a chance right now.
And, of the drivers here, you've really seen races like the IFMAR Worlds evolve quite a bit. I mean, we've never seen a track like this with such extreme obstacles and such grip at this level.
Yeah, it's interesting because you do see how the tracks evolve. You have tracks that had no jumps, and now you got extreme jumps and killer traction. But the drivers here, it's probably the most competitive Worlds I've ever seen.
And have you had to make a lot of changes to the car to get used to track conditions like this?
Not so much. I mean, it's mostly changing the front tire, which is one of the options we have, and just getting around the track and hitting your marks and not having any mistakes.
Cool. Well, we look forward to seeing how you do this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
We got Team Durango driver Hoopo Wanagal here. I interrupted him from mounting some tires this weekend. What do you think of the track so far in two-wheel drive?
It's really difficult, really challenging. Perfect track for Worlds.
And is it challenging because of the layout or the surface or both?
Both, for sure. I mean, layouts for us Europeans in America are always challenging, and then this surface is just, it's really hard to drive. It's super twitchy and unpredictable, pretty much.
And we've heard that from a lot of the European drivers. I'm sure the Americans thought you guys run on AstroTurf, you're used to the grip, but there's a lot more traction here, and it's not as forgiving.
It's different. Yes, it has a lot of traction, and it has a lot of traction on AstroTurf, but the feeling is 100% different.
And do you think that kind of evens the playing field because it's so different?
It's hard to tell. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Americans have a little advantage, but they also have super good drivers, so it's hard to tell.
Well, we look forward to seeing how you do this weekend up against best from America and the world.
I try to do my best. I mean, it's really challenging here.
We're here with Mark Reinhardt, the three-time touring car world champion, doing a little bit of off-road racing this weekend. How was your last run in two-wheel?
Last run was pretty bad. I think no clean lap. I broke the car, and it didn't feel right. Something felt weird.
I've heard a lot of people talking about how just there's so much grip that it kind of makes the car feel squirmy and skatey, and some of the European drivers have even said that AstroTurf is even easier to drive.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a pretty high traction, and the car makes sometimes some funny things, but to me it's better with high traction than low, so I just need to get used to the track now.
And the layout itself too is pretty crazy. So what's your favorite section of the track, and what's been difficult to learn so far?
Yeah, the best part is the straight, there's no jumps there now. But basically it's, I like...
There's a jump coming onto the straightaway.
Yeah, true, but this is like an easy one. But I like the end of the straight, like with the double? No, there's the table and the triple. It's a nice part to jump it, though. Yeah, I like this one.
Well, good luck this weekend, and we look forward to watching you.
Thank you.
We have Team Durango driver here, Travis Amezcua. Travis, how you doing?
Good so far.
And what do you think of the track? I mean, it's kind of similar to what we saw at the Nationals, a few different sections, and I think even more grip.
Yeah, there's definitely more grip than the Nationals for sure. There's a couple of the parts of the track that are similar to the Nationals, but it's definitely challenging for sure.
And we've heard from a lot of the European drivers actually that there's even more grip than there is on AstroTurf, and it's not quite as forgiving. So has it been tough to make changes to your car to make it work on this track?
Just basically like front tires for two-wheel because it's open. Setup changes, trying to make it easy to drive, but yet still fast. As far as AstroTurf, I run on it once, and it's pretty darn close to the same.
Yeah. What do you think of the layout itself, though? I mean, the surface is crazy, but also we've got a lot of big jumps here.
Yeah, the layout's pretty dialed. Big jumps, but it should be good. We raced on this before, so.
Well, we're looking forward to not only seeing how it plays out, but how you do this weekend. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Team Associated driver Stephen Hartson, after 3 rounds of two-wheel drive practice, what do you think of the track so far?
I think it's turning out really well. After the rain, I think everyone was kind of scrambling, but now that everything's good, everyone's really fast and the track is holding up really well.
The American drivers got a little bit of advantage because you guys got to run on this track a few weeks ago for the Nationals, but the layout's a little bit different. What do you think of the new obstacles?
I think there's a lot of jumps, but overall I think it's going to be really raceable and it'll be good for racing.
And have you had to make changes to your car from the Nationals, or has it just been kind of a learning process, or were you kind of good out of the box?
I was pretty good from the Nationals. It's pretty much the same setup, mainly just kind of playing around with front tires. Other than that, it's the same, pretty much everything.
Is it, well, you've had seemed like you had a pretty good day so far. I mean, you made the main at the Nationals, so good luck this weekend, and we'll see how you do.
Thank you.
We have Team OSU Racing's Dakotah Phend here, and a month ago you won a pretty big race here, the Roar National Championship. So you've got obviously a little bit of momentum going into this week.
Yeah, for sure. And we was at this track, and I'm decided to stay with the rear motor and very similar setup, and I'm really happy with the car.
There are a few new sections on the track, a couple of jumps that they borrowed from the Nationals layout, but what do you think of the track here?
The track's a lot of fun. It flows really well, and there's a lot of different kinds of sections of the track for everybody.
Seems like there's more traction here than there was at the Nationals, and we've heard from a lot of drivers that they're changing their cars around, but it sounds like you were pretty confident with what you showed up here with.
Yeah, for sure.
Was it tough coming back to this track, not really having a place like this to run before?
Yeah, a little bit. But, I mean, we got a good setup from Nationals, and I knew what I had to do, and I just went home and just practiced my driving and didn't really do much testing.
Well, I know there are a lot of people pulling for you, and we're anxious to see how you do. Thank you for the interview, and good luck.
Yep, thank you.
We're here with Serpent racer and engineer Billy Easton. You were the 2003 IFMAR two-wheel drive world champion. What do you think of the track so far?
Well, the track itself is pretty high grip. I mean, I would say it feels more like sandpaper this time than the last time. The last time they put stuff on the track, but it started chipping away, so it was kind of like, I wouldn't say bumpy, but it was more textured than this time. This time it feels actually more like sandpaper than it did last time. So I actually personally think that there's more traction this time than there was the last time, from my personal feeling.
And some of the jump sections here are borrowed from the Nationals track, but the layouts looks like a little more high speed and flowing. What do you think of that?
I mean, there are some similarities on a very minor level, I would say, between now and say the Nationals. But I mean, overall, I think it's still very challenging.
Well, we look forward to seeing how you stack up against the world's best this weekend, and good luck.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. We'll just do the best we can. That's all you can hope for.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey. Reminisce back when I used to watch that Thriller over and over. I used to